This is going to be interesting, because today in Evo House, a special superhero has arrived. While the Avengers were protecting the Earth from the mighty Thanos, she was fighting and saving the entire universe. That was when she helped glance at Iron Man's ship and brought him back to the Earth. Does anyone remember that scene? Moments before the storm, because she was so determined to kill Thanos, that was the moment when you all realized she has a gem of courage. Welcome back to Evo Chronicles, where we showcase the evolution of movies, video games, and characters. And in this video, we're going to see the evolution of Captain Marvel. Thanos eliminated half of the universe's population with the power of the Infinity Stones. We all thought that this is it. The end has knocked on the door. Nick Fury saw the situation unfolding on Earth as he witnessed Maria Hill and several citizens fade away into dust and quickly grabbed a pager to send out an emergency alert in response. But for whom was that for? Half the world was turning into ash, so who was there? And on whom did Fury trust even at the end of his own existence? Moments after, Nick himself turned to dust as well, dropping the pager, which eventually displayed Carol's symbol, having successfully sent the message to Carol. But who is that person? Till then, no one even had any slight idea. Captain Marvel 2019. Carol Susan Jane Danvers was born in the mid-1960s as the second child to Joseph Danvers and her mother. Throughout her childhood, she never got along with her parents due to how they treated her based on her gender, yet maintained a good relationship with her older brother Steve Danvers, who would stargaze with her outside at night. Danvers dreamed of becoming a pilot, idolizing feminine role models like Amelia Earhart. Danvers also developed a determined, rebellious streak that would stick with her for all of her life. Shortly after turning 18, Danvers enlisted in the United States Air Force to pursue her dream of becoming a pilot. It was there that Danvers had to contend with the USAF's boys' club culture, continuously being told she wasn't good enough or harassed for being a female. After completing her training by overcoming a lot of obstacles, in a bar, Carol was told by Brett Johnson that she was a decent pilot, but was too emotional, arguably enough. Danvers met fellow pilot Maria Rambeau, and the two quickly became best friends as they helped each other throughout their training. Due to long-held restrictions in the United States Air Force at the time, Danvers and Maria Rambeau weren't allowed to fly in combat, despite being just as capable or even better than any other pilot. However, they were offered a position to become test pilots for Project Pegasus, a joint sciences project between the Air Force, SHIELD, and NASA under the military scientist Dr. Wendy Lawson. On one particular mission, Carol piloted Lawson's Aces, which was powered by the Lightspeed engine, but the Kree came for it and shot it down. Carol pulled Lawson from the wreckage, and she revealed that her whole name was Marvel, and she wasn't human, and that the Lightspeed engine had to be destroyed. By surprise, Marvel was murdered before she could fire, causing Danvers to pick up the pistol to defend herself from Yon-Rogg. When Yon-Rogg then went to finish Danvers off, she stopped him and informed him of the core's location, right next to her. Located at the heart of the engine, Yon-Rogg eyed it, while Danvers decided to shoot and destroy it, as Marvel intended. The sudden explosion then unleashed a massive outburst of Tesseract energy, which was absorbed by Danvers into her genetic code, leaving her unconscious in a crater. This was the turning point of her life, from where her life took a different route from the existing path. Yon-Rogg took Danvers with them back to Hala, where Danvers was given a blood transfusion from Yon-Rogg and had her memories suppressed, along with her powers using the photon inhibitor. He told her that she was a Kree named Vers, and had been given photon blasts by the Supreme Intelligence. Vers trained under Yon-Rogg as a member of Star Force. During her time, she had no memories of her past, experiencing only a certain glimpse in recurring dreams, which were altered to make it look like the Skrull were responsible for losing everything that she held dear, her home, family, and memories. After a while, she was given an opportunity to go on a mission with her team. Vers joined up with the Star Force members and prepared for their mission. They all boarded the Helion and talked about the mission. Suddenly, Vers was notified by Jan Rog that it was an ambush by the Skrulls. While unconscious, the Skrulls connected Vers to a memory-probing machine as they skimmed through her life as Carol Danvers, hoping to find information on Maribel, the true identity of the woman Danvers once knew as Dr. Lawson. She somehow managed to escape from there and made a crash landing on Earth. She was approached by Nick Fury, who began to question her due to the security guard reporting her. Despite trying to leave, Fury stopped her and asked her for her identification. So she informed him she was a Kree soldier and that she was hunting Skrulls that had infiltrated Earth.
Veers, Kree Star Force. We don't carry our identification on little cards.
However, due to Fury not having any idea what she was saying, he did not believe her and told her she was under arrest. Imagine a situation where you were born on Earth and now had no clue of what and where you're from or what ended up in your arrest. Nothing bad couldn't have happened in this. Fury somehow got to know what she was talking about. At Project Pegasus, Fury and Vers were detained. Fury helped them to escape the locked room, and they searched the files for Dr. Lawson. Fury left Vers alone, and she discovered that she was in one of the photos with Lawson. S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up and tried to bring them in, but Carol and Fury escaped in the quad jet and flew to Louisiana to talk to Maria Rambeau about her past. Carol, Fury, Monica, and Talos flew into orbit and uncovered Mar-Vell's laboratory and boarded it. Carol took the Tesseract while Talos called out to the refugee Skrulls who were hiding aboard the ship. Star Force boarded the ship and took everyone aboard prisoner and forced Carol into a remote version of the Supreme Intelligence. Carol fought the AI Kree leader and eventually won after destroying the inhibitor which was weakening her powers. Carol intervened and turned the first missile back on the rest, causing them all to detonate in the atmosphere. She flew into space and destroyed one of the Accuser warships and flew over to Ronan as a warning. After Ronan fled, Carol located Jan Rog's crashed pod and defeated him with a photon blast. She put him in the pod and programmed it for Hala, giving him a message for the Supreme Intelligence that she was coming for it. Carol decided to help to find a new home for the Skrulls, so upgraded Fury's pager to be able to contact her in case of emergency.
I upgraded it. Range should be a couple galaxies at least.
What? You think I'm gonna crank call you?
For emergencies only, okay?
She left Earth with the Skrulls and flew off into space to find them a new planet to live on. Now it was clear to whom Fury was sending the message just before he turned as Ash. After the decimation, Carol returned to Earth in response to Fury's distress signal and asked the remaining Avengers where Fury was.
Where's Fury?
Avengers Endgame 2019. Carol, on behalf of the Avengers, located the Benatar and rescued Tony Stark and Nebula, who were nearly out of air. Carol towed the ship back to the new Avengers facility, where she defended her absence as being due to a lot of other planets needing her help that didn't have the protection that Earth did. Carol joined the mission to get the Infinity Stones from Thanos, only to learn that Thanos had already destroyed them to prevent their use again. Real havoc, but the Avengers got to know the theory of time travel. During the final battle with Thanos, Carol unexpectedly returned to help, destroying the Sanctuary 2, which was firing upon the battlefield. Carol battled Thanos for the Nano Gauntlet, but failed to take it from him, though her sheer strength forced Thanos to use the Power Stone to defeat her. Tony Stark was able to steal the stones and use them to destroy Thanos and his army at the cost of his own life. Carol later attended Tony's funeral along with all of his other friends and allies. In Captain Marvel, Carol is an extremely stubborn and rebellious individual who always wants to prove herself. Due to being told what to do or what her limits are her entire life, she tends to act recklessly when attempting to do something, which often results in accidents. The Marvels star Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel herself. She took to Twitter to celebrate the upcoming release of her next MCU film, which releases a year from now on July 18th, 2023. She teased, saying, "See you in a year, Carol." So that's all for today's video. Do let us know how much you're excited to watch the sequel. Stay connected until we bring you another superhero evolution.